World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day to all of our listeners here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This is World News in 5 and I'm your host, Steph Vicente. The International Energy Agency, or IEA, has warned that the global energy system faces its broadest test in decades as overlapping risk stretch from fuel markets to supply chains and digital infrastructure. According to an Anadolu report, the Paris-based agency stated via its World Energy Outlook 2025 that the world has entered what it calls the age of electricity, a period when power demand is rising faster than total energy use, reshaping economies and exposing new vulnerabilities. In this regard, IEA Executive Director Fatih Birol said that governments should show the same determination that led to the agency's creation after the 1973 oil crisis. It was reported that energy now accounts for 1/5 of all final energy use but powers more than 40% of global economic activity. Unlike previous decades, the surge in power use is now driven by advanced economies rather than emerging ones. In other news stories, Ukrainian energy and justice ministers have stepped down from their positions amid a major investigation into corruption in the country's energy sector. The BBC reported that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called for Energy Minister Svitlana Grinchuk and Justice Minister Herman Halushenko's removal on Wednesday. It is noted that anti-corruption bodies accused several people of orchestrating an embezzlement scheme in the energy sector worth about $100 million, including at the national nuclear operator Enerhoatom. Some of those implicated in the scandal are or have been close associates of Zelensky's. The allegation is that Halushenko and other key ministers and officials received payments from contractors building fortifications against Russian attacks on energy infrastructure. Among those alleged to be involved are former Ukrainian Deputy Prime Minister Oleksiy Chernyshov and businessman Timur Mindik. And finally, the Public Prosecutor's Office in Milan has opened an investigation into claims that Italian citizens traveled to Bosnia-Herzegovina on sniper safaris during the war in the early 1990s. The BBC reported that Italians and others are alleged to have paid large sums to shoot at civilians. The Milan complaint was filed by journalist and novelist Ezio Gavazzeni, who describes a manhunt by very wealthy people with a passion for weapons who paid to be able to kill defenseless civilians from Serb positions in the hills around Sarajevo. Several raids were charged to kill men, women, or children, according to some reports. It could be recalled that more than 11,000 people died during the brutal 4-year siege of Sarajevo. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5 for Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.